Hey guys, my name's Megan Johnson. I am at Thriving on Fat on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So, today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about something that I want to do. I want to train for the CrossFit Open and see if I can qualify for regionals. I know that's a long shot because in each regional district or what have you, there's not like a ton of slots, but that is my goal and that is what I want to do. But so recently I've been doing a carnivore muscle building program, and during that program I've been gaining a decent bit of muscle, but the problem is I'm not exactly sure what to do with it, if that makes any sense. So instead of just training to train, I figured I could train with a goal in mind. And this goal is doing a keto approach, mostly carnivorous keto approach, to attempting to become a regionals athlete for CrossFit. I know that it's extremely difficult to get into, but I'm willing to take a year or 2 or 3 or what have you to get it done. So, doesn't matter how long it takes me, but my goal is to try for my first Open next year. I'm gonna be attempting a few of the workouts this year because the Open starts not too long from now. And so I want to attempt a few of the Open workouts this year, but I know I won't get placed anywhere near good enough to do the regionals. But my goal is to do the Open next year, hope I can make it into regionals, if not the year after that. But, so, I want to do this a completely ketogenic, mostly carnivorous approach. And so what that means is I will be doing a Monday through Friday, I'll be fully carnivore, meaning no plants, just meat, nothing but meat. On the weekends, I am going to allow myself up to 10 total carbs. That is only because when I have no carbs, my menstrual period, cramp stuff, my menstrual cycle gets a little wonky and I end up lethargic and really cranky. And in order to have my wife and livelihood not on the line, I need to incorporate a little bit of a 10 carb up. Anywho, I know that as my training ramps up, I'm going to have to possibly increase the carbs a little bit, maybe towards the higher ketogenic ranges, up to about 50 or so. But if I can keep from doing that, super awesome. If not, either way it'll work. So my goal is next year do the full Open, all 5 weeks of it, see how I get on the rankings. This year I might dabble in it, but I won't actually post any of my release any of it to the judging services because I know it'd be a moot point, but I'll write those numbers down so I can refer to them next year when I come to the Open time around this time next year. Anyways, so that is what I want to do. I want to switch from the carnivore muscle building program I'm currently doing because I really like the results I'm getting out of it, but training without a goal in mind is sort of silly in my opinion. And, well, not silly, but it's hard to keep accountable if you don't have a goal to aim for. And so I figured I'd give myself a goal. This is my goal. Anywho, so I want to do that. I want to do a mostly carnivorous approach. And I want to take you guys along the journey with me. And what that means is I'll be posting daily vlogs like this one. Sometimes they'll be a little bit more edited, sometimes not. Most of the time, probably not. I just want to bring you guys along the journey with me, let you know my trials and tribulations of trying this, seeing if it maybe blows up in my face. It probably won't, but just in case it does, you can at least get the enjoyment out of that. Aside from that, I will be starting my journey. Today is Thursday. I will be finishing off the rest of the week. I'm currently, like I mentioned, the Carnivorous muscle building program. So what I will be doing is finishing off the rest of this week's training and programming for that, but I will allow myself to eat up to 10 total carbs each day until Monday, and then it will be starting the CrossFit program and my programming to get that done. I will be programming most of my own workouts from now until next year. I don't foresee myself getting a coach, but I might end up doing it depending upon how the first few months go and how my gains go, because I have a lot of things I need to work on, and I know in order to do that, sometimes what I have to offer myself isn't enough, and that's perfectly fine, because I know I need to get my handstand push-ups better, my handstand walking better, muscle ups, and a bunch of other stuff. So it's going to be a fun year, and I'd like to extend the invitation again for y'all to join me on this fun little plan I have for myself. Aside from that, tomorrow I will be posting a little bio on myself. I have a podcast that I do called the Thriving on Fat podcast, and on that podcast, I think it was the second episode, I had a little about me blurb. It was like maybe 11 minutes or something like that, and so I will post that after this little guy then tomorrow. And yeah, so buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. I will be doing something a little bit different when it comes to CrossFit training, considering I will be doing this heavily glycolytic activity with minimal to no carbs, at least in the very beginning. I might end up intaking a lot more carbs. I really don't know. We'll see. Anywho, that's all I've got for y'all today. To close everything up, again, I am at Thriving on Fat on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Feel free and please reach out to me with any questions, comments, or concerns you have for me. And if you'd like to check out the content I have on my website or reach out to me for any coaching services, you can do so at thrivingonfat.com. And that's, I think, all I've got for y'all today, guys. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Well, maybe not me, but it will be a past tense me, telling you a little bit about what my dieting journey and whatnot. Letting you know a little bit more about myself. That's all I can think about, guys. Talk later.